Hi, Indian movies recapped here. This movie starts in the past and a deity is shown. He was trying to stop the wars between humans, but his companions deceived him and he died like this. The sisters of deity decide to end humans and make them slaves as revenge. They also include all the evil deities in this TSK. The main character of this movie named Erlin is shown. He comes with his master to break the barrier that is between the earth and heaven. Through this barrier, the evil goddess makes the human slave. Erlin is in the sky between the clouds and wants to break this barrier. But he doesn't know how he will break this barrier. Meanwhile, the flying weapons attack him from the clouds. He controls them with his weapon. Meanwhile, a goddess appears from the clouds and his master tries to talk to the goddess. The goddess says in return for her brother's death the humans have to give their souls. During the conversation, she shows them an astrolabe. With its help they have made this barrier between the earth and heaven. Erlin sees astrolabe and then goes near to the goddess for attacking her. Erlin attacks the goddess many times. He tries to fight with her. But Erlin hasn't power to compete with the goddess. That's why his attack hasn't any effect on goddess. As goddess attacks Erlin, her attack was dominant in Erlin. Erlin's master comes in between their fight. He throws goddess at a far distance once with his attack. He says, "I will handle this goddess, you go and break that astrolabe." Like this, the barrier will break and this goddess will be ended as well. Erlin immediately runs towards the astrolabe. Before he attacks the astrolabe, the goddess attacks him with her magical fireballs. Erlin couldn't escape from those fireballs. He falls at a far distance. The fireballs didn't leave him and made a circle around him. There was a huge blast and the scene cuts here. Erlin is shown in a room. He couldn't recognize which places and realizes after coming out that it is a village. He realizes that maybe the villagers have saved his life. Suddenly, there was darkness in the sky and the lady is shown. She was seeing the crowd near her with a serious face. Some purple and black masks were moving towards her with a carriage. The girl's name is revealed to be Moon, and the men in black masks are the goddess's companions. The goddess who makes human slaves. At this time, the girl is sacrificing herself to save humans. Before she sits in the carriage, her brother pulls her backward with the help of the rope. The boy forbids them, they will not sacrifice more for those ladies. The boy fights with the men in black masks to save his sister. They become furious and combine their energy to change into a giant monster. The terrible demon was furious in attacking people in anger. The people were running far from the demon being scared. This creature was throwing the purple in the air while attacking them. In this situation when everyone was escaping, Moon notices a small girl sitting on the road. Moon goes to her to save her. The demon is also shown chasing them. Before the monster attacked the girl, Erlin arrives. Erlin punches the monster. Because of it, the monster falls at a far distance while flying in the air. Like this, the fight between them was over. Moon stands up and says thanks to her savior. The village leader comes to them and says this is not the right time for celebration. Now the goddess will attack us badly in return for refusal. A man standing near the old man sees Erlin's pendant. They discover from the symbol that he is a savior god. They feel Erlin came here for human help. But Erlin refused what they said. He says, "I am not a deity but I am a semi-god and no doubt I am born in heaven. But my body is mortal like humans." Hearing all this, the village leader wants Erlin to help them. He also shows them the sketch of the goddess who was making the villagers her slave. Seeing the sketch, Erlin remembers she is the goddess with whom he fought in heaven. He promises everyone that he will help them to remove evil deity. But he needs a special weapon too, and that deity. That is known as Slayer of God. The weapon is inside a god tower. Moon says she will also go with Erlin because she has the social power to see demons' real faces. They are shown while leaving to get that weapon. Moon was trying to talk Erlin on the way. Erlin feels someone is chasing them. As Erlen tries to expose him, it discovers the man who was chasing them is Moon's brother. Her brother also adds to their mission. They notice a mysterious restaurant made of the forest. They go inside and some people were having food there. They sit at a table. A lovely girl appears from the second floor. The girl goes near Erlen and offers him a drink. Erlen refuses to have the drink. He holds her hand while bringing her in front. Because he was feeling everything is wrong here. He tells Moon and her brother this all is an illusion. Because all the customers are working in the same motion. Moon shuts her eyes because she wants to know about demons while using her powers. She realizes the front girl has no mouth. It means there weren't lips on her face. As she realizes the girl is a demon, she gets scared. As Moon tells the truth, the restaurant transforms into its real form. It was an old house full of skeletons. The fight begins between Demon and Erlen. Erlen attacks Demon but she escapes from his attack. She collects all the weapons around her and attacks Erlen with them. Erlen runs to the other side while escaping. Moon notices something weird written on that girl's pin. Moon takes the pin from her hair as she was attacking Erlen and her brother. Erlen makes a shield from his weapon to escape from the girl's attack. Moon gets the time to erase that word from her pin. They discover because of it, the man sitting at the table and was writing immediately disappears. The lips also appear on that demon's face. Now the girl tells them her story. She says, actually, I was born with the writing of that man. He was fond of being God. But gradually he made mistakes in his writing. He changed into a soul after death and the demon gives Moon a candle. She disappears in the air. They continue their journey the next morning. They reach their destination tower. Before moving inside the tower they find another entrance. Going inside they face another evil deity. The demon says we will play a game. Saying this, he stands the bamboo sticks in the hall. He tells them you have to take the sword out without touching my back. You will become stones if you couldn't do this. As there were many people who turned into stones. With it, the demon attacks them. Moon's brother was trying to move out of this area. But the demon was moving towards him speedily. Erlen saves his teammate with his weapon's help from the demon. As Erlen saves the man he pulls the demon and hangs him with his rope. Because of it, his sword falls down. Like this, they catch his sword without touching him. They take his sword without touching him. As they get the sword, a portal opens there. It will take them to the next level. Before they reach the next level the demon comes down. Moon's brother tries to stop the demon. So Erlen and Moon will reach the other level. During this, the demon changes the man into a stone. Erlen and Moon reach the other level. Moon becomes depressed after reaching the next level. Because her brother dies in front of her. Erlen makes her understand if we will get the sword slayer of God. We can also save your brother. During their conversation, the things around them changed into crystals. Another demon appears. She tells they will get the next level's portal when they make her sketch accurately. Moon sees the demon's real face while using her powers. They draw that demon's sketch properly. They tell that her real face is a crystal. Seeing they have completed their mission, the deity opens another portal. Everything starts destroying as the portal opens. Erlen and Moon reach the portal. Erlen comes out of the portal. But Moon stuck there. Erlen tries to make Moon nearer to him. Moon asks him to bring the weapon from which the humans can be saved. I am fine here. The portal disappears as Erlen leaves her hand. Now the last enemy of Erlen was standing in front of Erlen. He says to Erlen if he will win the fight he will get the weapon. After it, Erlen takes the fire out of his weapon. But it doesn't affect the demon. After it, Erlen attacks him with electrical waves. The enemy throws Erlen at a far distance with the help of these waves. Erlen doesn't accept his defeat and collects all the weapons near him while standing up. He attacks the demon. Demon hits Erlen while escaping from the attack. Erlen feels he will not be saved this time because he hasn't the power to defeat the demon. Then he remembers he has lost his friends to reach here. If he will not defeat those demons, the humans will stay the slaves of those deities for many years. Thinking this, he stands up and ends the demon. The demon disappears and comes in his weapon. The shape of his weapon changes because of it. Here, he realizes Slayer of God isn't the weapon. It is a power that comes inside humans to end things like them. During this, Erlen feels a voice behind him. He discovers Moon is still alive. Moon's brother also arrives here. The boy tells them he has successfully defeated the demon. He got the demon's sword as power in return to end him. Moon also tells when she defeated the crystal demon she got his teleportation power. Before they celebrate their power of Slayer of God, the tower starts breaking. They run outside. As they come out, the goddess appears with whom Erlen was fighting at the start of the movie. She thanks them while saying they have helped her while opening the tower. Now she has many powers after the opening of this tower. Saying this, she disappears, and Erlen, while using Moon's teleportation power, chases that goddess. Here, they fight with that evil goddess. But the power of the evil goddess was more than their power. She was defeating them on their every attack. The goddess is shown attacking Erlen. He falls at a far distance because of it. His mouth starts bleeding. With it, she attacks Erlen with her another weapon. Moon was trying to stop Goddess's weapon while using her powers. But her powers weren't anything in front of that Goddess's powers. She dies while saving her friend from this attack. Erlen becomes depressed about her death. Because he likes her. He realized it is God's power to keep on precious things carefully. He was depressed because of his friend's death. This act gives him power. It transforms him into a god. The third eye on his forehead appears. Erlen moves to the goddess while picking up his weapon. The goddess was attacking him with her weapon. Now Erlen was powerful and was escaping from her attack. The goddess was worried why her attacks aren't affecting Erlen. She gathers her powers and attacks Erlen. Erlen easily escapes from this attack. Erlen hits his weapon on Earth. Everything gets destroyed because of it. Then he moves to the astrolabe that is shown at the start of the movie. As he takes out astrolabe, the Sisters of Goddess also appear. Erlen moves forward to end them. But they combine their powers and change into a giant god. Erlen attacks the massive creature while using his third eye laser. Due to it, the three goddesses become separate and fall on the earth. As Erlen was about to end them, here enters someone else. This old man was Erlen's master, whom we saw at the start of the movie. He seals those goddesses in a paper. Until they realize their mistake. He says you have the responsibilities according to the powers you have. Erlen again goes to the village that is shown at the start of the movie. He misses his friend and promises her that he will search for her in the next life. With it, this film ends here.